do look like we are not. All right. But in Ramble, we are live already, I guess, right? All right, people on YouTube, shalom to you. For some reason, YouTube was telling me to go live, even though I already went live. So we were saying that Islam, obviously, it's a religion of scumbags, a religion of terrorism who attack specifically unarmed people. This is why I say, and I don't hesitate to say, in my experience, a person who lives in the Middle East, I never saw coward people as the Muslims. They are the only people who attack unarmed people. Nobody do that. There's no religion, you will not find any religion, even the Hindus, even the Buddhas. I mean, you can find maybe some incident here and there, but you will find only in Islam. All Muslims praise attacking women and children. If you search right now, you will see Muslim dancing in the street in 9/11. If you search right now, you will see Muslim dancing in the street for October 7. You see, if the Muslims are brave and they are men, as they claim, maybe they have penises, but they are not men, I assure you that. If they are men, let us say they attack the Israeli, right? A man, he go and attack a soldier, a person who is armed. You don't go to a house where a woman, she's alone, and you open her belly and you kill her and you kill her baby in her womb. They are coward like their prophet. And you will notice that the Jews after October 7, they did not rape a single woman. They did not open the belly of a single woman. They did not cut the breast of a single woman, even though the Muslim did that to them. And they say to you that the Jews and the Israeli have no ethic. And Muslims are people of ethic. Yesterday we saw, and by the way, what you see in the screen is just a lie. Welcome to Russia, my friend. In Russia, everything, all the news is fabricated. When the Russian news, they say 133 killed, that means there's 700 killed or 800. If you remember, when the Muslim terrorists attacked the school in Baseline, the Russian media says 100 child killed. Children are children. There's no adult, children. Girls and boys. 5 years, 7 years, 6 years, 8 years. Then the media in the West start reporting how massive the number. So the 50 became 100, and the 100 became 120, and the 20 became 300, and then 500, and then 700, and then 1,000. So imagine they burned the whole building. They closed the doors. Nobody can leave. And only 133, according to the scumbag Putin, died. And now you will see Putin, he will never say one negative word about the scumbag Muhammad. Putin is very well known that he defends Islam. He built the biggest mosque for Muslims in Moscow. Islam flourished under the filthy Putin in Moscow, to the point 20,000 Muslims, they pray in the heart of Moscow. They never did that before, only under Putin, because they feel that now they own the country. Every Russian citizen feared them, because Putin, he used them as his dogs. He brought all the Muslim terrorists from Chechnya, from Ingushetia, from all these places, and he unleashed them on the citizen, and he gave them ID of police. So now a person from Chechnya, he can arrest you even if you are a Russian citizen in Moscow. He can beat you. When the son of Kadyrov, he did beat a Russian boy, for he burned the Qur'an, and he recorded that in camera. Do you know what the Russian Human Rights Department says? There is nothing there violated human right, and he did the right thing. Imagine how filthy this person, Putin. the son of Kadyrov beating a teenage who is captured. It's not like they are fighting a fair fight, no. The guy is captured, he have cups in his hands, they are tying up, and the filthy scumbag, the son of Kadyrov, who's a teenage too, is beating this boy. And Putin, he did not open his mouth. All the Russian, they became potatoes. Russia became a farm of Putin and his dogs. Anyone want to open his mouth, he will be dismissed from life. The last one we saw, this guy Naftali. Right away, if you speak against Putin, you are a traitor. Immediately, you can't speak against Putin. I mean, this guy who made the Chechen Republic controlled Russian. How you can say he is not a hero? He is the one who caused the death of hundreds of thousands of Christians from both sides in Ukraine, Russia. You cannot call him a hero. He is the one who lost the war with the NATO, and he made more countries join the NATO when supposedly his war is to stop countries from joining the NATO. But he's a hero. This is what happened when you have a KGB as a president. He has zero ethic. And the Mohammedans, they have zero ethic. So now they have a partnership. But you know, the Russians are not the only ones who do the zero ethic game. American are zero ethic too. American, the zero ethic government, they hire the dogs of Islam, like Osama bin Laden, al-Zawahiri, all those dogs. They use them for tens of years to fight the Soviet Union. They arm them, even senators, they went there, and they say to them, Allahu Akbar, we support your jihad, we support your cause. Washington Post and New York Post, they post in the first page a long article about the hero Osama bin Laden. Echo sound. Guys, is my voice is coming good? My sound is not good. I don't know what's going on. Why echo sound? Okay, what about in Ramble? Is my sound is bad? Rumble people, is my sound is bad? Yeah, that's mean it is in YouTube, because Rumble is fine, Discord is fine. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end YouTube then. You go to Rumble. If you have a problem in YouTube, unless you want to stay in YouTube, it's up to you. I don't care really who's still come or who leave. All right. I will end. Sound is good in YouTube? So why you are saying it's not? Maybe the one who have a bad sound, he is using the internet of the neighbor. Maybe he's Abdul. Anyway. So the American, they did the same garbage of Putin before. American are no better. They partner with the devil. And they have tons of articles praising the hero Osama bin Laden. If you go right now and search, you will find the shameful post, the shameful newspapers of America praising Osama bin Laden when he was fighting the Soviet Union. So Osama bin Laden, when he's killing Russian, he is a hero. Look like the Russians are not a human being. Osama bin Laden is killing anyone who is not believing in Allah in Afghanistan, he's a hero. Because who don't believe in Allah, they are not a human being. And America support that. So all the time, they supported the most scumbag person in history after Muhammad, Osama bin Laden. And now Putin, he is doing the same garbage. He said to himself, let me partner with the devil. If I partner with the devil will leave me alone. The American, they partner with the devil. The devil get bigger. He became a big dog. His teeth became sharper. He was trained by the American. Thank you, CIA. CIA is a very useful department in USA. It is a department which trains Muslims to kill Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists. What do you want more? So we pay tax to America, and then the American government, they give the money to the CIA, and then the CIA, they train Osama bin Laden how to make bombs. And obviously they trained him very well. If you don't believe me, you can do fact check in what I'm saying. So the scumbag Putin, he did not learn the lesson from the American. He said to himself, I can use them too. So he brought Kadyrov and his dogs. And he unleashed the dogs of Chechnya at anyone who opposed him and say, you see, it's not me, the Muslim did it. The one who opposed Putin before the last guy who died, they found him dead in the bridge. Who killed him? A guy from Chechnya. Why he killed him? This guy is crazy. He's crazy. Okay, the one before him, he opposed Putin. They found him, the guy was leaving his house to do shopping. They killed him too. Who was the one who killed him? From Chechnya. Like, what the heck? Look like there's only criminals in Chechnya and you're in Russia. And then you will notice that those who killed the opponent of Putin, they have 5-star hotels, they go home. They don't stay in jail. They arrest them in front of the media, and then they disappear. They are gone. They give them a new name, a new ID, and they live in a different place, and they are happily married, thanks to Putin. The guy who was the head of Wagner, the criminal, he opposed Putin. He said 2 words to Putin, I'm coming to you. Well, Putin, he came to him too. After he forgave him, and he said to him, if you move to Belarus, you will be safe. We have no problem. The guy, he went there, he took the airplane, boom, the airplane is gone. It's a magical that whoever speak against Putin or oppose Putin, he disappear from the map. Naftali, this guy, who is, I believe he is so stupid to trust the Russian government to come back to Russia. They tried to kill him even when he was in Germany. But an idiot, he thought he would not be touched. As soon as he came to Russia, they accused him of a long list of the, like he is betraying the Russian, he is a traitor. All the accusation is ready. All those countries, you do not need to look for accusation. We have accusation in the shelf for you. And by the way, now America is going in that direction. America is not getting better. America is getting worse. You will notice that the Democrat, who they are, I believe they are a bunch of party who they hold in rats, they are trying to eat the cheese of Trump. And why they want to eat the cheese of Trump? Because we want to make him weak. They don't want him to win the election. They are trying to find any reason to make him not to win the election. So look like we have a disease in the world, even countries who supposedly they have a form of democracy, like USA, form, we don't have really democracy as democracy. We have a form of democracy, or let us say a shadow of it. Even here, we are following the steps of Al-Qaeda of Afghanistan and the Russian Putin and Kadyrov and all the scumbag in the world. So now we have a scumbag, his name is Joe Biden. And he have a scumbag who they are judges working for him. And they have a scumbag in the tax department. Anyone who speaks against Putin, they go after him. Especially if you are a big shot. If you are nobody, nobody care. Still, you have a freedom to talk, no problem. You are just nobody. You talk, you scream, who listen to you? But if you are a person who people listen to him, they will go after you. Anyone who opposes the Democrat is going to end in jail. This is the message of the Democrat. So we are heading toward America, the new America, where it's going to be the same as Mexico, the same as Venezuela, the same as Syria, the same as Iraq, a terrorist state. Anyone who opposed them, I will give you an example. When the supporter of Trump, they went inside the Congress building. Those people, they go after them by name, and even if you have a credit card using that area, they arrest you. Imagine how far they go. They force banks to give them the credit card using that area. But when the supporters of Palestine, so-called Palestine, they did the same exact thing, and they entered the Congress, and they occupied the Congress, nobody go to jail, and they commit no crime. Even though they push the police and they beat the police and they enter into the Congress, no problem. They are stressed. You know, when a Muslim terrorist, he shoot at you, they say he is just a stressed immigrant. When an American, he shoot at somebody, they say he is racist. So we have a trend now in the world, and America is changing to be the most ugly country in the future. If those Democrats stay in business, and look like they will stay in business. And I will explain to you why. The other side, who they call themselves Republican, and I vote for them, are a bunch of scumbags too. Just yesterday I heard that they are going to increase the age of Social Security retirement. I mean, do you see how stupid those Republicans? They are giving a great deal winning card for the Democrat to win the election. Who is going to vote for you now? Who in the world will vote for someone who will increase the age of retirement to 70 years old? I mean, the guy is 70, is dead. What retirement? So the Republicans are a bunch of stupid. The party is a party of dummy. They are very much divided. They are very much weird. They claim to be conservative, but they are not. They vote for homosexual, but they claim to be conservative. They vote for everything, have nothing to do with conservative, but they call themselves conservative. So what is left? Democrats are going to rule this country for the coming century. The reason they want the border to be open, so they can change the number of people who vote for the Democratic Party. This is why through the last 100 years, they never closed the border. It's not for their benefit. The more migrant they get, we give them citizenship, they vote Democrat, we win the election. It's a very simple thing. They don't care who is crossing the border, even if they are gang from Venezuela, it doesn't matter. So we have a spots where everything is going wrong in the world. America is going wrong. Democracy is dying. If you're opponent of a president who was Democrat, they will unleash the dogs of the Department of Justice against you. They will check your papers. They will go in your bathroom. The paper you used to wipe your ass, they will check it out. Maybe they can find a fingerprint of a crime. That's exactly what they do in the Middle East. This is what they do in Pakistan. This has never happened before in America. So now we have a new trend. We are becoming the same as the state of Russia, where Putin is a KGB person, and the KGB leader, whoever who go against him, he will be assassinated. And by the way, I will not be surprised if they try to assassinate Trump. Why not? If they are evil and they are willing to do anything to get rid of him. You need to ask yourself why they are so scared of this guy. The answer is very simple. They assume if he got in charge, he will go after them the same they went after him. That will be the nightmare, because now he is in charge of government. He will do the same as they did. He will weaponize the Department of Justice against them, the FBI, all departments. And that will make America is even more ugly, because now we have parties whoever take a charge, he is going to be, using the government as a weapon to silence the one who oppose him. So simply America is hidden somewhere where it's going to be the same as Putin, the same as Pakistan, the same as the UK now. There's no police, there's no government, there's a king who's dying, and there is a princess who sleep around, and there is a guy who marry an actor and he write books about how she shake his penis. So, and those are the famous ones in the world, and those are the ones who will become kings and leaders. So where is the positive? If there's anything positive happening? I don't see any positive things happening. You open the TV, they always say to you, a person of color. And then they say they are against racism. What do you mean a person of, why you keep saying person of color? They don't want people to forget racism. They sponsor racism. If somebody speak against Islam, we will make a bill to fight Islamophobia. So Muslims attack a concert, shooting at people in the street. People have no reason to have a phobia. I mean, this is a peaceful religion. Islam is peace. Like the piece of shit, George Bush, who came in the TV and he says Islam is peace. And those people, they have nothing to do with Islam. And then after that, every Western scumbag, he said the same. But all of us, we knew that Islam is the last one to be called peace. Islam is nothing but a piece of shit.
Suspects fled towards Ukraine and that they had contacts there.
Here now, you will see that the Russian, they accuse Ukraine, and later they found out that this is a stupid false accusation because those are ISIS. But here you see how everything is going wrong. Democrat Party in USA are just another terrorist party who support the terrorist Muhammad. Putin, many funny, stupid, so-called Christians, they think he is a true Christian. But you need to ask yourself, a true Christian, he support Prophet Muhammad? Does that exist? Isn't it the Bible says that the one who denies the Son and the Father is an Antichrist? Or you don't want to remember that verse in the Bible? Is that my words? So there is many people, they are just as stupid. They support it blindly without thinking. They are driven by their hatred and stupidity, not by facts. Putin is a true Christian. How in the world that happened? How he is a true Christian? By killing Christians and sponsoring Islam and building the biggest mosque in Russia and making a budget to build mosque in every town in Russia? Is that how you be Christian? He destroyed churches in Ukraine and he built mosque in Russia. He sent Kadyrov to rape Christian Ukrainian women. And this is how you are a Christian? you will notice that the Russian so-called police, they did not release the names of the attackers. And here there is many questions about this attack. How they were able to enter a place where there's security check and there's police in the front. The answer is very simple. They are police. Those are police from Chechnya Republic. They are Muslim coming from Muslim territories. They are Russian citizen by paper. They are Islamic citizen by Allah. They have IDs given to them by Putin, so they can enter any place with their weapon. And this is exactly what happened. They have full control of the building. They have keys for the buildings. They were able to lock all the building exit. And in order to do that, you have to be a person who works in the building, not somebody else. So the garbage is all over around you. And we need a miracle to change what's happening. A few years ago, a building have refugee in Germany was burned, or somebody set fire on it. The German media, Nazi, fascist, the right wings, the potato, disgusting. So they made hundreds of articles against the Nazi who did that. Later they found out that it was a Syrian refugee. He's a Muslim. Suddenly the article changed. He is stressed. He is suffering from stress. He's far away from his family. He needs help. So if a citizen of the country, he do the same act, he is fascist, he is Nazi, he is full of hatred, he is a dog. If a person who is not from their country, and he is a Muslim, and he is a terrorist, obviously, he do such an act, he is stressed, we feel bad for him, he need help, we should grant him papers, we should give him citizenship, we should make him the mayor of the town. This is how stupid the Western they are. If you go to Greece, Erdogan, he took Hagia Sophia and he converted it into mosque. The stupid Greek government, what they do? They open mosque. Do you see the stupidity? We have an infestation of stupidity all over Europe, the West, America, all over. They take your churches, convert it into mosques by their own government, by the police. They occupy your land, they take your land, and nobody cares. Not only that, we open mosques for them in Greece. I mean, do you see the reaction? Very massive reaction. Putin did the same. He invited Erdogan to open the biggest mosque ever built in Russia. Specifically, it is in Ukraine, it is in Crimea. Erdogan, he appreciated too much Putin to the point he invited all the Tatar to support them to take back Crimea. This is how stupid Putin is. He just built for them a mosque. Erdogan says, thank you very much for building the mosque, but that won't change the fact. We will take it. We will take the whole land. So he invited all the Tatar, saying to them, we are going to wage jihad against the Russian. The dream of Erdogan is to be a caliphate of the Muslims and to be the caliphate of the Turkish. The Turkish are not only the ones who are inside Turkey, there's many other countries, they are Turkish too. And in the worst scenario, they are connected to the Turkmen people. Turkmenistan, there's many countries around Turkey, and even they are in the Soviet Union, old Soviet Union, those are Turkish. And this is the dream of Erdogan. He want to occupy Ukraine, he want to occupy Crimea, he want to destroy Russia, he want to take Syria, he want to take Jordan, he want to take Egypt, he want to take all the north of Africa, and he will become the caliphate, and then we join together in war against Israel and we finish the Jews. All right. So what will happen now? Putin is going to go to the crazy mood. And because he cannot touch the Muslims, he will go and touch the Ukrainians. You will see this coward what he will do. He is not going to make, the dogs of the Chechen Republic angry. He will arrest some Muslims here and there, just to make himself look like he's a good deal. He's the one who make a better security for the country. But obviously the guy is messed up. In fact, and the funny is, that the American, they gave warning to the Russian that there is an attack might happen in the coming 48 hours. And that was a few days ago. This month. The Russian security, they laugh at the American. Ha 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 ha. Good one, good one. This is how bad the security in Russia. Corrupt police, corrupt president. Kadyrov is the police now. And you can imagine what will happen if the one who is the police is a drug dealer. Just imagine what kind of country we're talking about. If you go check right now, you will find that the Russian, they are not living in Russia no more. Millions of them, they are abroad. People running away from Russia. Because there's no safety, there's no security, there's no justice, there's no president, there's the dogs of Chechnya taking over. Putin, he invite them. Always bad leaders, they do this in history. As an example, the king of Jordan, who is not a king, but thanks to the British, Her Majesty the Queen, she decided to make him and his family queens and princes. All his bodyguards in charge of security are from the Chechen Republic, the Chechen Republic. Why he is hiring them? Well, he don't trust his people. He don't feel safe if the bodyguards are Arab. They will kill him. So he will bring loyal dogs to him, and those are the Chechen Republic. The Caliphate, the previous Caliphate, who was the Caliphate in Baghdad, he did the same. All their bodyguards, they were from Turkey or Albania. They don't trust the Arab. And then the Turkish and the Albanian, they took over the government. Same happened in Egypt. The king of Egypt at that time, which is funny, he himself is an Albanian too. He became a king because the bodyguards later become the king. They bring people from Albania, Muslim from Chechnya, Muslim from Turkey. All of them, they share the same thing. They bring people who they are terrorist, pirate, not normal citizen from this country or that country. No, you have to be a person who is skilled in killing. And they give you the job, which is to be in the top position of the government. And by time, those people, they will become people who take over the job. They are the king. They are the leaders. I will not be surprised if the king of Jordan one day replaced by somebody from Chechnya. They shoot the king, they put one of them. And this is what they did always through history. So are we going to see in Chechnya or somebody from Chechnya become the president of Russia? Just wait. We will find out later. Because the stupid Putin is giving them all the important jobs in security, in safety, in intelligence. And he forbid the police, the Russian police, to touch any of them. I saw a video of a Russian soldier. He stopped a guy from Chechnya. Officially, this is his job. Imagine the guy from Chechnya came out, and he had many cars behind him, and obviously he's a dog of Kadyrov. And they put the guns in the head of this guy, threatening him to assassinate him right now. If this is happening in a country where the president respects him, he respects himself, he will arrest those people right away. No. He let the dogs of Kadyrov take over the country. So to make it summary for you what's going on, we have the dogs of Biden going after Trump. Putin, he have Kadyrov. Biden, he have judges and prosecutors who they are Democrat. So now we have a new form of Kadyrov. You know, we have like a more, let us say, civil Kadyrov. Like, we don't go and assassinate you. Well, we will assassinate you by law, by making cases against you, by taking you to court, by taking your property, by shutting down your business, by keeping you in the court 24 hours a day. And you have to pay a lot of money. Like in Trump, he have to pay $500 million, imagine. $500 million. If this guy, he never went to election, he will never pay a penny. So we have infestation of rabies. The dogs of Putin, the dogs of Biden, the dogs. And that's why I wanted to say, who let the dogs out? Right? Now, I'm not saying that Trump is an angel, but all of us, we knew that Biden is way more corrupt than Trump. So how come, look, Trump, he have document in his house. Biden have document in his garage. Trump should go to jail for having the document in his house. Trump is a hero for having the document in his garage. The son of Trump, the son-in-law, he rented his building for $1 billion to Qatar. Obviously, it's a bribe. There's no question about it. But because Kushner, he gave the Democrat a lot of information about Trump to go after him. You will notice that the Democrat, they are not going after his son-in-law at all. Not even Ivanka Trump. Because they betrayed their father. They have a deal. Give us the information, we don't go after you. This is why you will see nobody is coming after Ivanka Trump or Kushner, who obviously extremely very corrupt. They have the computer of Hunter Biden with all the disaster inside. Still there's no corruption. There's no case. They have it for years. And not only, the funny is, the stupid Trump, this is how stupid he is, he was a loser. When he was in the government, they have no control of the Department of Justice. He have no control of the FBI. He have no controls of anything. He controls nothing. He makes speeches. He did not even change the format of the army. Like when Obama, he took over, the first thing he did, he kicked every high officer who is a Christian from the army. He replaced them with his gang. Trump, he became in the office, what he did? Let us make money. Let us support the poor community, the black people, which is good. But he did not do anything. He left the worms in the government, and now the worms are eating him alive. So, Democrats are scared from Trump, he will become president. I say, don't be scared. Trump is a balloon. He speaks too much, he do nothing. He keep talking about putting Hillary Clinton in jail, he did nothing. He did not go after any of you. And when he go in the office, he will do nothing again. Count my words and see. He's a balloon. He speaks too much. We vote for him because we have no other choice. Otherwise, the guy is a big balloon, full of gas, full of echo. He worships himself. I cannot even have patience to listen to him anymore, because the second he start talking, he start repeating the same thing he said, talking about himself. But if he become a president, it is possible, after all what they did to him, he fix his stupidity and go after them the same they did to him. And now if he go after them, he will go after the corrupt of them. Why? Because it's a corruption to fight corruption by corrupt people. What we see in the world is a chaos, and I believe the month of Ramadan will not end without another bloodshed somewhere. Let me guess. Thailand. I think Thailand is the easiest cake ever. Those Western people, the weirdo, they go to the bars, they want to drink. Many they are sex tourists like the Abdul. Many they are pervert, Western. They are wearing their short, they have no arms, they have no weapon, they are foreigners. The terrorists will go after them. I just remembered that the Muslim terrorists in Thailand, they just burned many stores in Thailand. Stores owned by non-Muslims. Have any of you heard of this? Nobody, right? Imagine if a Christian is the one who burned those stores. Look. This is just yesterday, and the day before it, and the day before it, and the day before it. But nobody talk about it. It says at least 40 arson across Thailand, south of Thailand. At least. It's Ramadan, baby. It is Ramadan. And you will notice they do the same every Ramadan. They did the same in 2023. The same in 2022. The same in 2021, 2020. Every month of Ramadan is the month of a human sacrifice. But you will not find one of them saying this is Islam. They will say to you, those are, insurgent Muslims. Insurgent Muslims? What do you mean insurgent? What is exact? Why they are burning stores owned by non-Muslims? It is time to fight hypocrisy and to say things as it is. Islam is a religion of a human sacrifice. Islam is a religion of a bloodshed. Islam a religion of hatred and killing and enmity. You will find that in the newspaper they say a Thai monk, he is a Buddhist. He is preaching violence against Muslims. I mean, every Muslim is preaching violence against the Buddhists, against the Hindus, against the Christian, and now they found there is a monk, he is a Buddhist, he is preaching violence against Muslims. And how he preached violence. He said we should stand against the terrorist. And here, you know, if you look at if I show you the post, let me show you this one. Guys, you will not believe it how stupid the world is, and how fake the media and how disgusting they are. Look with me. Newsweek. A Thai monk is using social media to preach violence against Muslims. How he preach violence? He make a post showing them the crimes of Muslims against Thai people. Do you see it? This is the violence. So he is the one who is preaching violence. By showing the image of the baby, they are burned, and women, they are raped and killed and they slaughtered. He is preaching violence now. So if you say, look what the Muslim did, you are preaching violence. Read with me carefully. A young Buddhist, look at the panel field. This is the description of the picture. With pictures showing alleged committed like crimes committed by Muslims against the Buddhist. So the Muslims is the one attacking the Buddhists, and zero Buddhists attacking the Muslims. And yet the one who is preaching violence is the Buddhist monk. Can you believe it? Do you see how hypocrite the media is? Don't show what Hamas doing. If you show what Hamas doing, raping women, killing babies, you are preaching violence. We should not show what they are doing. We should not speak against Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, all Islamic terrorists, because if you do that, you are preaching violence. Look like the name, I don't know, by A.B. Saif. I don't know if that a name is a Muslim name. I mean, if this is a Buddhist, the author is a Buddhist of this article, that will make him more stupid. We say to people of Russia, you need to change the filthy Putin. Putin, by the way, he just won the election, which is a true election. According to the election numbers, 0 people voted against Putin. 0. I saw a video of a British national who live in Russia. This is scumbag. He go on the street. He says the media in the West, they keep saying to you that many Russians are sad because this guy Naftali, he died. That's not true. Let me go and show you. Nobody is sad in the street. Are you sad, sir? No, I'm not sad. Okay, see, he's not sad. You don't even ask him why he is. And then we see that even with the police surrounding the area where the grave of this man is, hundreds of Russians are coming and putting roses and flowers over his grave. But a British journalist, you know, we have a lot of British, like British, European, American scumbags. So they praise a dictator so they can get the benefit. So now if you are a person who lives in Russia and you are a journalist from England and you praise Putin, what will happen? Putin will give you citizenship. If you are an actor who praises Putin, what will happen? Citizenship, women, girls, drugs, do whatever you want. You are protected. You are a friend of Putin. What the name of this guy say, God? You will find in Europe many famous names. Granted citizenship. Not because of their accomplishment, helping the Russian. No. They are friends of Putin and they support Putin. They praise Putin. You praise Putin, you became a hero in the country. Just praise the guy. Praise Ivan. You praise Ivan, the terrorist. Ivan, the terrorist, will reward you. Huh? Ivan, the terrorist, will reward you massively. So you can imagine now this seagull, how he lived in Russia. Drugs, women, protection. He's a friend of Putin. I mean, you're a friend of the king. Who's going to arrest you? This is one of the signs of corruption. When a man, he starts giving citizenship for anyone, he say good things about him. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you for long. I just wanted to make this video because sadly the whole world is stupid to understand that the problem is not the terrorist. The problem is two things: corruption of West and East and all the media, who they always defend Islam and nobody want to say the truth, that Islam is the problem. Terrorists are not the problem. Terrorists are not exist if there is no Islam. A terrorist attack in Israel, or in London, or in Germany, or in Netherlands, or in America, or in Russia, all they share one thing: Islam. So they keep saying to you ISIS, and they say to you they are not Islamic. They don't present Islam. When the fact, all of us, we knew that Islam is based on terrorism. And Muhammad, he said clearly, I've been victorious by terror. Islam is established by terror. Maybe Muhammad is not a Muslim then. Is that the word of your filthy prophet? The first terrorist ever? I've been victorious by terror. In fact, Muhammad, he claimed that he was victorious by terror, and Allah gave him the keys for all the treasures in the earth. He will rob you all. Muslims have the keys to rob. Allah gave them the keys. Go and rob all non-Muslims. All the earth. I have been given the keys of eloquent speech and giving victory with terror cast in the heart of the enemy. While I was sleeping last night, the keys of the treasure of the earth were brought to me. Muhammad had the keys already. And this is what the Muslim trying to accomplish. And terror is just a method to accomplish the mission. It's not the target. Terror is just to make you fear and surrender and become a Muslim. And then they get your money. So all the newspaper, all the media, they keep talking about a terrorist attack, a terrorist attack, a terrorist attack in Russia, a terrorist attack in France, terrorist attack here and there, but nobody want to deal with the problem. The problem is the scumbag teaching of Muhammad. And if your doctor is not willing to tell you what is the disease, and you don't even dare to talk about it, how the doctor can even name the medicine? If your doctor don't dare to say what is the disease, then he will not dare to tell you what is the medicine. When Muhammad says, I was victorious from a distance of 1 month journey. Do you remember the guy? His name is James White. And here, by the way, you notice that every single church, and when I say single, I mean names, the group, they have a scumbag who preach Islam and defend Islam. You will find somebody is a Catholic defending Islam, a Protestant like James White, or Orthodox. He said whoever say Islam as all or whole is a terrorism, is a liar, James White said. Look like Muhammad is not a Muslim. Imagine how bad the man is to the point. His enemy, he put terror in their heart from a distance of 1 month journey. He's a month away. And they are terrified from what's coming. Oh, because those terrorists, they are friendly, you know, ISIS are friendly, you know, they don't chop your heads or what? I mean, this is a friendly act. Prophet Muhammad, he never do that. Muhammad, he put only nails in the eyes, in the feet, and he heated the nails with fire, and then he pop up your eyes, and he cut your arms, and cut your hands, and cut your feet, and he watch you dying slowly. Muhammad is not a terrorist. So all the media who speak about what's happening every day about Islamic attacks, even the Israeli, even the scumbags in Israel, they are not until now saying that the problem is Islam. Or what they say to you, Hamas is the problem. Hamas is the problem. Well, let me tell you the truth. Hamas is not the problem. The problem is you, you idiot. The problem, you don't dare to say what is the problem. Hamas is not exist, Hezbollah is not exist, Iran is not exist, all those countries who support terrorism are not exist if there's no Islam. All of them, they share one thing. It's called the filth of Islam. I don't want anyone to come to the stage. Thank you. Not in the mood. Why they don't say it? Why they keep saying our war is not against Gaza, it's against Hamas? Because they are politically correct. Will all of Gaza support Hamas? Every single person in Gaza, maybe now because Hamas failed, they will start opposing them. But all of us, we knew when Hamas go in the street, they march with them, they shout for them, Allahu Akbar. When Hamas attack Israel, all the civilians of Gaza, they were dancing. And then the official in Israel, they keep saying to you, well, our war is not against the people of Gaza. Our war is against Hamas. Why you are saying so? Because you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. Your war is against people of Gaza. Because people of Gaza is the one who attack you. In fact, 75% of those who crossed the line and they came and they raped and they killed, they are not even Hamas, they are civilians. In case you do not know what Gaza is a group of tribes, Arab tribes, not Palestinian, those Arab Bedouin. And they have gangs. And they are armed. And when they go and they capture, then they sell. They sold the Israeli captive to Hamas. How much you pay? How much you pay me? $500,000? Well, you know what? The Jihad al-Islami, they say they will give me $600,000. It's an auction. So when they came and the border opened, Hamas, yes, is the one who started the attack, but the one who started going there too is all the civilians of Gaza. I saw a guy carrying a toilet seat. I saw a guy carrying a coffee machine. Is that Hamas? No. Hamas, they are carrying guns. Those are the civilians of Gaza are stealing. I saw a guy carrying a wallpaper, toilet papers. I saw a guy behind the other guy in the motorcycle. He is carrying a TV. They don't want to tell you the truth. And you see those Western, they are crying, you know, Gaza, look what's happening to Gaza. This is what Gaza did to itself. Gaza is the one who did that to Gaza. The Israeli, they are not even in Gaza. They gave you you said this is your land? Okay, take it. 20 years they did not even enter one soldier there. What you did? Qatar, the head of the snake, start giving them money and buying arms and weapons and building tunnels preparing for the invasion. And now it's time to pay. Did you accomplish victory? The terrorists of Allah? Did you? You did not. You brought shame to yourself. You brought disgrace to yourself. Yesterday, let me see if I can find you the video. I can't play the video, by the way. There's some videos are very graphic. And you know YouTube. You know the scumbags in YouTube. Look what the Israeli did. We remember when they attacked the Shifa hospital before, and the whole world says, Allahu Akbar, Shifa hospital, how dare you? Just 3 days ago, the Israeli intelligence, who they are watching carefully now, Gaza, they notice a lot of armed men going inside a Shifa hospital. So what they did, they made a sudden attack on the hospital by foot, not by airplanes. And guess what happened? They killed at least 200. The numbers are different, depend on the report, so I'm not sure really. At least 200 Hamas. And they captured at least 400 Hamas inside the hospital. I mean, the stupid Hamas, they say to themselves, okay, where we can operate now? They will not attack the hospital no more. They are done. They came here, they left. So let us group there. 600 idiots inside the hospital. It was like a yummy cake for the Israeli army. They came and they killed hundreds of Hamas and they captured other hundreds, and there's 3 of them, they are leaders. And they found, I mean, they just left the hospital just 2 weeks ago. They found $10 million cash. I mean, do you see Hamas, how much money they have? Just in the hospital alone, they found, listen, this money just came. It wasn't there, like, because the Israeli, they left, they checked every room in the hospital, every place, every drawer. The Israeli, they came back now, they found not only the terrorists, they found $10 million cash. Maybe they found the names of the attackers. I see a video here, but we cannot play it, you know. Anyway, we know who they are. Somebody is saying, CP, you there? You sound like Muhammad inventing stories about Ibrahim when he himself wasn't here. What this guy is talking about? You know, some people, they make comment, it's very close to diarrhea. CP, you were there? You sound like Muhammad inventing stories about Ibrahim when he himself wasn't there. I mean, what is that, man? That's too much. What you ate for the morning? Who's the one who's cooking for you? Your wife or your mother-in-law? How long it take you to think about this post? Do you have a certificate of diarrhea from your doctor? If so, we will let it go. If not, please turn the fan off because your shit is all over the place. Never shit if you have diarrhea in the front of a fan. Potato. We are inventing a story. Which story we are inventing? Can you please tell me? He, the one who says that to me, do you like to join me in the stage? I became excited. I want to hear which story I'm inventing. Do you like to join us? Potato. All right. I will try to come back later. Shall we come back later? Or enough for today? Give you a break on Saturday. What do you think? And you know, if you are a case-sensitive person, you don't like to hear. For me, I don't care what people say, I am not politically correct. I will never speak in such a way. And if I do one day, I advise you not to listen to me no more. I am saying to you, if I one day speak in a politically correct way, that means me is not me no more. And you cannot listen to me and you cannot trust. All those who do political correctness are infected with a disease called hypocrisy. A true person is a person never speak in such a way. And always I say to you, if one day the Muslim, they like what I'm saying, that means Christian Prince is politically correct. And there's something wrong with him. There's no way the devil will approve what I am saying unless I am devilish. Do we agree? Do we? And this is how you can examine anyone. If the supporters of the devil are against him, that means he's doing something right. If the supporters of the devil disagree with the guy, obviously is not the devilish. But if they agree with him, that means he's a devilish. Very simple method. Somebody saying to me, do you see a sign the Antichrist is coming? My friend, before we look for Antichrist as a person, we are in the stage of Antichrist from a long time ago. They were Antichrist when they put him in the cross. They were Antichrist, they were killing Christians. They were Antichrist when they are burning churches. They were Antichrist when they occupy Christian land just because they are Christians. You are waiting for the Antichrist as a person, but Antichrist exists every day. And not only that, there's many Christians by name, they are Antichrist. As an example, those who defend Islam. And the Bible says clearly, whoever deny the Father and the Son is an Antichrist. So there's Antichrist as a person, individual, and there's Antichrist who is millions and billions of people. So if you're looking for the person, I say don't worry about that, because the Lord will deal with him. But if you are looking for the individuals who they are by millions, well, they are all over around you. The atheist, the Democrat, the liberals, everybody who promote false ideas, false teaching, false ethic, they are antichrist, including your priest if he's one of them. A priest who invite Muslim to teach Islam in the mosque, he is antichrist. A priest who posts in his website saying we believe in the same God, he's antichrist. It doesn't matter if he's a pope of the Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox. And I can show you tons of names from all churches, Catholic and Protestant or Orthodox. They promote false ideas about Islam and the devil. Why? Because the devil is in charge. The Lord always said to us, from their fruit you shall know them, not from the church's name. But there's many foolish people, they go by a church name. A church name have nothing to do with the fruits. Every individual he speak what he believe. Every individual he act what he believe. So from their fruits we shall know them, is what they say and what they do. So if somebody is a Protestant like James White, or Orthodox like this guy in the Patriarch in Jerusalem, the Patriarch of the Greek Orthodox in Jerusalem, he is asking the United Nations to look what's happening in Gaza. The Patriarch of the Orthodox in Jerusalem, he is worried. He's not worried about when Gaza, they slaughter a Christian guy, cutting his head, hanging it in the front of the store because he saw the Bible to a Muslim. He's not worried about how the Christians live like dogs in Gaza. But he's worried about the Israeli army fighting to take back their hostages and get the terrorists. You are a great patriarch. You are a patriot. So we find all kind of shit, excuse my language, but I cannot describe it better. They wear a uniform of a priest. They have title of a bishop and priest from all those churches, with no exception. But those are satanic, demonic, false people. They have eyes only when they want. They have nose only when they want. So they can smell every poo-poo except their own poo-poo. They become sniffing dogs of the dogs. This is why we have to expose those false people. Never listen to someone, he called himself a priest. So what if you're a priest? You never heard of Judah? Judah was a disciple, not just a priest. He's a disciple. You know how high the level of, he's disciple of Jesus. The difference between Judah and those priests, Judah, when he did what he did, he felt so bad and guilty and he killed himself. Those priests, they never feel guilty because they are corrupt to the bones. They are way more corrupt than Judah. Judah, he felt ashamed of his behavior, of what he did, of the crime he committed against his master, against his Lord. So Judah is a bad person, yes, but his shoes is 1 billion times than those priests we have in the churches who defend Islam and promote cults and fabricate new religions. Again, in order to know. Yeah, the funny is the same patriarch, he sold the land to the Jews in Jerusalem to send his money to his family. The same patriarch who is worried about Gaza, he was selling the land, you know, the church. You know, when a Christian he die, he have no family, the land or the house will be owned automatically by the church. This is the law there. So now this guy, he have a massive property owned by the church. Many Christians, they immigrate, trying away from Muslims. So now what he do? He sell the property and he send the money to Greece, his family there, you know, they are billionaires now. And he is the same guy. He is worried about the people of Gaza. I think I'm going to change my job. I will become a patriarch. All right. Let us see what we have here. Okay. All right. So guys, I'm not going to keep you longer. Feel free, you can download the video. And remember, the problem is not those terrorists. There's no terrorism if there is no Islam. Islam is the enemy. We are not fighting the Muslims. We are fighting Islam. Muslims will be a better people than everybody if they are not Muslims, if there's no Islam. Muslims will not invade, will not attack, will not kill, will not terrify, will not become terrorists if there is no Islam. They are a human being like us. But Islam don't make you a better human. Islam make you behave as a beast. Imagine yourself taking a gun and start shooting women, children, everybody in your way. How you can justify that? Because you have a beast. It's called Muhammad inside you. Our enemy is the beast Muhammad. You defeat the beast, you defeat all terrorists in the world. So focus not to talk about ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They will say to you, those don't present. There's a billion article written by fake, false Muslims who they say, and I say fake, which means the article is fake, not them. This, you know, in the back doors, Muslims, they support the attacks. They rejoiced. If I ask you right now, do you think that Muhammad Hijab and Lili Dawa, they really rejoiced when they heard Hamas attacking Israel? I assure you that. I assure you every single Muslim in Europe, in the world, was rejoicing, celebrating the attack of October 7. But in order to make themselves sound better, so now we accomplished the target, but you know what? We have still to be practicing taqiyya, protection to the religion. So we should say, oh, Hamas don't present us. But behind the doors, Allahu Akbar, Shaitan Akbar, Allah the Shaitan is rejoicing for a bloodshed bath. This God, he is the most filthy, bloody, disgusting creature. This God, his name is Muhammad. Allah does not exist. There's no God, his name is Allah. This is a fabrication of previous religion before Islam. Muhammad, he just adopted another name. Muhammad is the man of the devil. He used him to disturb the world, to bring chaos. Since Islam came until now, if there is peace anywhere, is the world is better place, including Islamic countries? Which country is a good country for Muslims? Did you ask yourself why they even... You will see someone, he is a citizen of Dubai. I mean, it's a wealthy country. He is desperate to buy a property in Europe and live in Europe. He don't want to live in Dubai. Even the filthy countries of it, there's no peace there. You can search right now and see what a member of the royal family he did to a person from Pakistan. He is a Muslim too. He put nails in his anus. In video. The video is there. You can watch it. He put salt over the blood in his anus. He drove his jeep over him. It's all in video. So imagine you live in Dubai and somebody driving next to you and he did drive wrong, and you look at him because he was not driving right. He will open the door. He will book you in his trunk like a dog. And he is from a powerful family in Dubai. He will take you to their backyard. They will beat the hell of you. They will torture you. They will take an eye or a leg or an arm. And then they will dump you in the desert, and the one who will dump you is the police. You are going to go and call the police for them? Well, they are the police. No peace exists in Islamic countries. In Egypt, you can disappear. In Syria, in Iraq, in Iran, any Muslim, name one Muslim country, a person is free to be a human. Just name one for me. And then you can tell me what's wrong. Is it Islam or the people? Was people free in the time of Muhammad? Muhammad, he made clear, if you don't pray as I pray, if you don't say as I say, I will kill you. In fact, Muhammad, he said, if your ruler, he wipe your back, and he steal your money, and he snatch your food from your mouth, still you have to obey him. Muhammad, he encouraged corruption. The reason he said that, because he knew, because if now I allow them to go against a corrupt leader, well, I will be the first one to go. Let me show you the hadith, which will show you why Islamic countries is extremely corrupt. The one behind that is the filthy Muhammad, who was creating a rule that if you have a corrupt leader, never oppose him. And what Muhammad is worried about? Well, the corrupt leader will be killed, and that is him. Read with me carefully. And this is Sahih. Messenger of Allah, if I happen to live in that time, he replied. So he's asking, well, you know, if there is a ruler, Amir mean a ruler, he is bad, he is ugly, he is disgusting. So what we will do? Should we obey him? He replied, you listen to the Amir and carry out his orders. Even, listen carefully, even if your back is flogged and your width is a snatch, you should listen and obey. Do you see it? So now the sheikhs in Saudi Arabia or Emirat or Bahrain, if a Muslim says, but this Amir is bad, he's a thief, he's raping our women, he kidnapped us, he killed us, they say to you, Prophet Muhammad said, obey your Amir, even if he lash you, even if he screw you, even if he torture you, even if he steal your food from your mouth. You have to obey. So the key of corruption is Muhammad himself. So now who is the one who dare to question what the ruler is doing? Nobody dare, because if you do, you're a bad person. You have to obey. Do you see the madness of this man, Muhammad? Because he's corrupt. He was worried about himself in his time. So now, all my men are corrupt, all my leaders are corrupt. So they will start killing them. Can you believe how filthy scumbag Muhammad is? So anyway, we have enough for now. I will try to come back later. If you want the reference for this hadith that we posted for you in the 3 forms, Ramble, YouTube, and Discord. All right, let us see. This is the link in Ramble. This is the key of corruption. Obviously, Muhammad is promoting corruption. He's a very corrupt man. There's no way a good man will say, obey your corrupt leader. Even if he do this and that and that. There's no way. I want to remind you of one person. All of you, you know, before I go. Who of you heard of the story of John the Baptist? Because somebody might say to you, the Bible says we have to obey the leaders, right? No, the Bible doesn't say obey bad leaders, never. We have a great example of a great man, one of the greatest men in history. In our Bible, his name is John the Baptist. He paid his life because of what? Because he refused to obey the leader, the ruler. Is that correct? He lost his head. So some false priest, who they are the dogs of kings, who they quote for you a verse from the Bible to make you believe that the Bible teaches that we have to obey them. No. Never. The Bible is against causing chaos. People burning houses, going, do crazy stuff. The Bible is not against an evil ruler. And we have a great example. In fact, in the Bible, we have tons of stories where God himself, he supports people against rulers who they are evil. The Old Testament is full of stories. Tons of stories. Speaking about bad kings, evil kings, and how they end. Is it true that the head of Damascus is hid in Damascus? Yeah, so there is a grave in the. This is the mosque of Bani Umayyah. This is not a mosque. Bani Umayyah have nothing to do with him, with this mosque. This is a church. The Muslims, they invade Damascus. They took the biggest church in the country, massive, beautiful church, and they converted to mosque. This is why. In that church, they say, I don't know, I never examined the grave, that this is the grave of John the Baptist is there. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not a historian to check all the steps of John the Baptist to tell you where he was. Maybe true, maybe false, I don't know. But what we know for sure, that it was a church, massive church, and the Muslims, they stole it as usual. And one day we will take it back. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. The same as the Jews, they took their land back after more than 3,000-4,000 years. Remember, the Jews, they lost their land for more than 3,000 years. In fact, more. Yet, they were able to take their land. So, the one who lost his land, he can take it back. As long he is working for it. The Assyrian, they lost Iraq. They can take it back. If they are serious and sincere. Time does not change anything. Time does not give you ownership for a land you don't own. If the people of Iraq, the true people of Iraq, they want to have it back, they will have it back. If they become a bunch of losers, going to parties and gambling and they don't care, well, they have no land, they have no country. They are scattered around the world. And this is the case for anyone. The one who want to have a land, you have to fight for it. The one who loses land and you don't defend his land is gone. And that goes for everybody. So if the Israeli did not take their land back and defend their land today, they will never have a land. Not in a million years. It's about what you believe. And if you believe that this is your right, and nobody has the right to take it from you, and you fight for it, then you're a warrior. Even if you fail, well, maybe your son will succeed. Even if your son fail, maybe his son will succeed. It takes many generations to fix a big mistake. It's not something you can fix in a blink of an eye. But first you have to preserve the teaching that this is your land and this is the enemy took it from you. Those Arab, they came to the land of Israel and they hijacked the land name. So now they call themselves Palestinian, but they are, all of us, we knew they are Arab, and they are even Bedouin, not even Arab. They are unknown. The Bedouin are unknown. You see, Arab is not an ethnic. Arab is not an ethnic. Many stupid people, they say to you the ethnic is an Arab. I am an Arab, but this is not an ethnic. Arab is people who live in the desert. The word Arab is an Aramaic word, meaning desert. Arabian means desert person. That's all. Arab is not an ethnic. That's why if you look right now at those who they are in Gaza, you will see somebody have blue eyes. Somebody have a curly hair. Somebody have, every one of them look different. Because they are not a nation. If you go to Saudi Arabia, you go to the south, they are dark skinned. You go to the north, they are light skinned. You go to the middle, they look different. Their nose is different, their height is different. The same, even Emirat, even Bahrain, they don't look the same. I can confirm to you that 99% of Qatar are Pakistani. And most of those who they are called Arab today, they are from India. Mostly Pakistan. If you look at the pictures of the leaders of those countries, you will laugh. The president of Syria have blue eyes. The king of Jordan have blue eyes. Okay. The ruler of Qatar, he look 100% Indian. All his family. With no exception. If you want to see really how they look like, look at them when they are not wearing the Arabian clothing. Right away you will see the Pakistani guy. He did some surgery for his skin. Let me show you. How this guy, how you can say to me that this guy is not from Pakistan? He is from Pakistan. He is Indian from Pakistan. Do you see him? Look at his father. Look at his cousins. Look at the whole Qatari people and tell me who they are. They are Indian from Pakistan. This is why Muhammad, if you remember Muhammad, he said what? He said when Adam he landed where? In India. Did you ask yourself why Muhammad chose India? Because this is where their roots is from. All of them, they are migrant from India. India is so close to Saudi Arabia. Some people, they might think India is so far. If you look at the map, it's just a few kilometers away. You cross the Gulf Sea and you are in Saudi Arabia. So the Arab are not an ethnic. This is why everyone look different. But the people of the close to the Indian borders, like Qatar, Emirat, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Oman, they are very much Indian. Then if you go to the south of Saudi Arabia, they are very much Ethiopian. If you go to the north of Saudi Arabia, they are very much mixed with the Roman, where they were used to be occupying Syria. So the word Arab is a word meaning desert, and Arabian, whoever live in that desert, doesn't matter what desert it is. If the Aramaic now exists in USA, if you live in Las Vegas, they will call you Arab, because you live in the desert. Arab actually not only live in the desert, is a word to say for someone he is a barbaric, he is like savage. He's a person who don't take a shower once a year. A Bedouin who have no, civil life. Whatever that mean, usually imaginary. So Arab have nothing to do with an ethnic, but today, because people are stupid and ignorant, they think it is an ethnic. But this exists, the stupidity exists everywhere. Apostate prophet, he have interview with a woman from Israel. She have a PhD. Any of you watch it? Who of you watched that video? She's doctor, I don't know, doctor what, doctor Susu Tutu Fufu. And the apostate prophet was so like, wow, I learned a lot from you. What a dummy. So she said that the term Jews used only 200 years ago by the European. And I was laughing like, what the heck? This is the girl, she have a PhD, and the apostate prophet is saying, I learned a lot from you. Really? So Muhammad, when he said the word Jews in the Quran 1400 years ago, that was 200 years ago. Isn't it the word Jews is in the Quran? I do not need to go to the Bible. I mean, it's right there. I mean, silly, stupid people, PhD, and stupidity is amazing. It exists everywhere. And if somebody say he have a PhD, well, you have, come on, she have a PhD. Are you kidding me? She have a PhD, brother. Seriously. I mean, come on. Yeah, the truth about Israel. Palestinian conflict, Dr. Elnat Wilf. Dr. Elnat. But we search for the word Jews, we will find it even before BCE. The word Jews is used. What this woman is talking about, this is what happened, atheists are really dummies. I don't know what to say. No more comment. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I said I'm leaving an hour ago, but still we are here. But this time I'm serious. I better go. Before we go for a different topic and we start again and over. So thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. I will try to come back later. Maybe a few hours from now, if I could. God is good, if He allow me to do so. And remember always, the problem is not the terrorist. The problem is Islam. The head of the snake is Islam. The head of the snake is the Prince of Qatar. He is the money bag of those terrorists. And what he have in his head is nothing but Islam. This is number one enemy for those who want freedom. He's corrupting your countries. He bribed every single official in the West. Go check right now. They bribe even the FIFA. Their corruption went all the way even to the football. They are poison. This family is a poison family. Trump, he protect them. Biden, he loved them. Obama, he worshipped them. Every single leader in Europe is their puppy because they worship money. And they make them rich and richer. Those are the one behind all terrorist activities in the world. The ruler family of Qatar, who they are nothing but a bunch of Bedouin. Her Majesty, the Queen of England, made them rulers. This country does not even exist 50 years ago. It's fabricated by the British intelligence. When I say fabricated, it is fabrication. There was never exist a country called Qatar before. Not in history. Not in 1,000 years. Go check it out. Thank you all for watching. May the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that.